Alright, we are in Colorado, and I have an exciting discovery. We are, of course, in our black square bonanza, which I am absolutely loving. Trying to lose some altitude here, folks. Today I want to talk about ray-traced shadows. Let's go ahead and get a look, just so I can prove to you that I got it on. Where's the little ticker at? There it is. Ray-traced shadows. So with the new Sim Update 4 beta, I've noticed ridiculous performance gains. I think I've talked about that in my previous video, but I just felt the need to kind of mess around, see if ray-traced shadows had gotten any different, because last I recalled, the second you turned them on, your PC looked at you and said, "I hate you," and stopped working properly. Did I lose the airport? Oh, there it is. It was like a no-go for anybody that didn't have a 40 or a 50 series, whatever the heck. That is completely different, dude. Everything they've done has just, it seems like Sim Update 4 has been performance and performance only improvements. Honestly, I know they're fixing all these little things in little planes, and like when your screen has a blue circle when it should have magenta. Like, I get that, but I think the real work going on behind the scenes has all been performance based. Like, I'm sitting here with ray trace shadows on a 3060 Ti, which is a great card, but 8 gigabytes of VRAM. I've got my TLOD. I'll show you my dynamic LOD here in a second. I've been cranking that. I've been cranking it all night. And dude, I am just like, right now I'm a little jumpier and not as constant 60 FPS because I'm filming. But my VRAM looks great. My GPU usage looks great. My approach does not, but that's okay. But dude, like, I'm sitting here with ray trace shadows, all these settings, trees on high, grass, plants, rocks, ultra. I can go through my settings again, just kind of really show everybody here. But I found this black square bonanza is tricky to land. You can't just throw it on the runway. You have to really stop yapping and try. Hold on. Oh gosh. Ooh, not too bad, not too bad. Go ahead and go for a go around. But whatchamacallit, I'll show you my settings once we get off the ground. I just want to show you how pretty, step brakes, gear up, how pretty this exit from this airport is. I was doing it a second ago. But anyway, sorry. The ray trace shadows affect the tree shadows as well, and you notice it on the panel, of course. You notice it in your airplane. Look at that. You're just sitting in a tip tank bonanza, having the time of our life. Beautiful. But one thing I've noticed a lot is the environment that this ray trace shadows really makes a difference in. And it's stunning, dude. Like, because with trees on high, you have the shadows, allegedly. And when if you notice this, if you turn them to the trees to medium, ooh, I still got clumsy. You lose shadows on your trees. So it looks fine from up top if you're, you know, I used to turn them on medium all the time, if not every time, especially when I was flying Airbus or anything. Now I don't bother. I don't have to turn my texture resolution down from high or medium, or from medium to low to fly the Phoenix. Now I just leave it on medium. I can turn the texture resolution high, but I prefer to do the ray trace shadows. Let's get to where the sun is hitting our beautiful panel here. And it's just so convincing, dude. It's unreal. It looks phenomenal. But again, with trees on high, you get tree shadows. But when you've got, I almost wonder if I could turn the trees to medium. And with the ray trace shadows, if it'll still, let's find out. I'm just going to stall this into a non-recoverable spin. And then once we crash and die, I'll check it on the ground. This is a tricky situation to be in, folks. Alright, you just pull back, I believe. Pull mixture. Pull back constantly. Correct it with aileron. Oh wow, hey, that's not working. Wheeled. Okay, alright. There we go. So we'll let our computer kind of figure out what we're doing here. Looks like we dropped frames a little bit. Doesn't like rendering the trees and recording in very high quality. I messed with my OBS settings too, so all of my recordings are like 9 gigabytes. But anyway, so it's recording in 1440 high quality as well. Keep that in mind. But, I mean, we're still looking good. It's just lower frames. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. So let's turn our trees to medium and leave our ray trace shadows on. And I wonder if we're going to get shadows on the trees at medium. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying. No, we do not. But I'm curious what that looks like. I still feel like there's like shadowy. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, yeah, because you don't see any. Let's go ahead and turn them back where they go. Anyway, I'll show you my settings. Sorry, I'm spitballing here, but I am noticing unbelievable improvements with this new beta, man. I'm genuinely so happy with it, and I've been starting to turn this off, which I've never done, but I do now, and I've said that before, but I really mean it this time. I don't need to look at it. I don't need to worry about my GPU going too high and then my VRAM spiking and my frames. I just know that it's at 60 FPS locked with no other issues. And it's never been like that, dude. So here's all my settings. See a lot of ultra, a lot of highs. A lot of good stuff, man. It's wonderful. I have fauna off. I don't really care about fauna. Seatbelt visibility. I can't imagine that does a lot. I don't even know why they added that, but that's great. I'm glad they did. Whatever they're doing, keep doing. You know what I mean? So I'm so happy with this, and now I can finally, let me restart this actually. I don't want to be in the field trying to talk to you guys. Now you can run ray trace shadows and actually have a good experience. Now you can run trees high and actually enjoy your time. Now you can do all these things that you just couldn't do before, man. Like, I'm so happy with everything. Oh, I was going to show you my dynamic LOD settings. But, yeah, man, let's get the sun coming into the hangar. See what those shadows look like. You don't think ray trace shadows would make that big of a difference? It really does. It changes a lot more than I would think it does. Like, just sitting in cockpit view looking at the panel, it makes the world of a difference, dude. It really does. Just look at the wings, edge, everything's super convincing. Oh, I love it. I love this stance of a Bonanza, dude. Looks like it's tiptoeing like me right now. Look at my little shadow. But anyway, dude, that looks mean as F word. I forgot what I was going to do. I was too busy looking at the Bonanza in the shadows, but I mean, how cool is that, dude? Oh, I'm just so happy with it, dude. I'm sorry if I'm being repetitive or yapping or boring, but I can't get enough of this plane, man. And I can't get enough of the ray trace shadows, but it really does make a huge difference. Oh, just look at that. How beautiful. But that's it. So I am so excited for Sim Update 4 final release to come out. And then like days later, I'm sure we're going to be thrown right into Sim Update 5 beta. And I'm looking forward to that too, man. Oh, my LOD. That's right. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm human. So we've got... Oh, I was on this one? Oh, dude. That's a high setting. I thought I was on my second setting, which is 20 on the ground. When I get 100 feet in the air, we go to 45 LOD. 600 feet, we're at 100, so on and so forth. But dude, I was on my fancy setting. I forgot to change it. 50 on the ground, and then as soon as I crest 300 AGL, it goes to 100 and just stays there. That's crazy. So I've been recording this whole time with that. That's crazy. For my system, that's insane. That's bonkers. So look forward to the new sim update, dude. It is gonna rock your socks off, and I'm having a blast with the ray tracing, with all these settings I never had access to. Uh, that reminds me, I want to turn my trees back to high. Trees back to high. Oh, it's awesome. And I got a video coming out probably tomorrow about this new Airbus panel, overhead panel that RTR Hobby sent me. So we're going to go into depth on that. I just got the Thrustmaster Airbus stick. I got a whole thing coming. So very beautiful flight sim situation going on. Look at these trees, dog. I'm very blessed and very happy and very thankful. So God bless you for watching. Thank you for hanging around, especially if you stuck around till this late in the video. And stay tuned and look forward to some update 4 because you're gonna go wild for it.